Welcome to the Nexus of Adventure, where stories transcend the page, a place where heroes and villains clash. This is Break, Battle, and Roll. It's once again time to break, battle, and roll. Welcome back to the not canon episodes, guys.
Yeah, it's like the flintlock pistol episodes.
Ooh, should we roll for who goes first?
First
All right.
roll of the day.
Boom.
Out of a D20?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's definitely not gonna be. I rolled a 1. That's a good start to the day.
Cool. 14.
I got a 9.
Oh, I guess that's up to me to start things off. All right. Well, hi, my name is Dustin Blechschmidt. I am playing a dogfolk paladin named Sherman Gepherd. I'm a member of PAL and the goodest boy you'll ever find.
He's the best pal ever.
I'm trying to be. That's the top rank.
Good boy, goodest boy, the goodest boy.
Yes, you are the goodest boy. Am I next at 9?
Go for it.
Hi, I'm Janelle, also known as Flowerkraut, the aquatic half-elf warlock. I am a beach Baba Yaga that during the day, I like to hang out with the hot guys disguised as a hot lady. And then at night, I love to haunt people at my beach hut.
Flowerkraut's the best.
I was trying not to laugh that whole time. Mm-hmm. The descriptors were just so good.
Oh, thank you. Totes appreciate.
All right, I guess with the 1, I will go next and last, and that's okay.
This is an okay one.
It's okay. It's an okay one. My name is Chad Stafford. I am playing Timothy Biscuit, the Kenku Bard Bird, with songs he hope will be heard.
Awesome.
Ooh. The rhyme and the alliteration together was just chef kiss eggplant right there.
Chef's kiss. Oh, jeez.
All right. Well, as the three of you know, my name is Aaron Rollins, and I will be your game master for this evening. And like all good D&D stories begin, the three of you are sitting together in a tavern. You guys have basically run short on gold. You're on the bottom of your pockets, and you're staying in the Villa Canon at a inn called the Cracked Half and Barrel. Sitting around a table and nursing the one mug of ale that the three of you, well, that each of you can afford before having to cram into the common room because you can't afford individual rooms here. And you guys notice that it's very quiet here in the Cracked Half, and it's very late at night, and you've become a little bit unfortunate in opportunities as adventurers, as mercenaries, as anything to get any coin, and things are starting to look a little bit dire at this point.
So wait, are we so broke that we're sharing one drink together?
You know what? You absolutely are. You've got this mug sitting in the middle of the table that you guys are just setting down in the middle, and now every once in a while somebody reaches for it, takes a sip, puts it back in the middle of the table.
Except for German Shepherd, who leans over the cup and just licks out of it. Yes.
Excuse me, that's Sherman Gepherd, sir.
That is
Sherman
new definition to double dipping right there.
I feel like I would have just poured some out into a small bowl.
A little puddle on the table.
Saucer.
And the Cracked Half hasn't really been very hospitable to you. The innkeeper even denied paying any money to you, Timothy, for entertainment when you had approached about, hey, can I play? Because the problem is, the only people entertained in here is basically you guys. It's dead. Except for this dude sitting in the corner up at the bar who looks completely obliterated, and he's probably on like his 6th ale at this point. So it doesn't seem like he would even be cognizant enough to be entertained by your music.
Must be nice to be rich enough to afford your own beer. What a show off.
We're broke.
As if he's rubbing it in our faces over there.
He actually perks up his head and it's swaying back and forth, and he looks over at you. I'm sorry, are you talking about me?
No, not at all.
No, not at all. Not at all. Go back to your one drink for you.
Oh, but it's too late. He stands up and he grabs his drink and he's just kind of shuffling off the bar stool. And he's walking towards you guys and whoa.
I think he's going to share with us, you guys. Put on your best faces, your smiles. Sherman.
Well, hello, my good man. Let me help you over there.
How unfortunate. Are you three actually sharing one drink between you?
We're just really good friends, It's
We're
it's
super
fun.
close.
Yeah, we're close. And we were trying different ones, but this is a good way to, keep it financially savvy. So we're just making sure that we're, if one of us gets a drink that we don't like, we can share it around until it's done and then we buy something different. That's all.
I
Exactly.
can totally respect that. Yes. I'd like to help you out a little bit. And he actually takes his mug and he pours it into your shared mug in the center of the table, and he slams the mug back on the bar and says, "Bartender, fill that back up, and 3 more, please. Bring them over to this table."
Did you see that?
God,
Did you see it? That was such a power move. That was such a power move.
I mean, I appreciate it, but that's not very hygienic.
Oh, I suppose lapping your ale is. Anyway, he sits down, and you just see this guy is having a hard time keeping his head up and actually looking at you. Listen, and he puts his head back down. Just 1 second, please. Okay.
You good? Are you all right?
Yes.
Sir,
Tonight is your lucky night. You see, I think I have exactly what you need right here. And he pulls this bag of coins out from his pouch and he just sets it on the table. And man, there's the sound of coins just swimming around in that leather pouch just is music to your ears.
so descriptive.
I'm in need of escort detail, actually, and I think you 3 look, well, you look like you need some work. Would I be wrong?
We don't look strong, we just look poor.
Out of the 3 other people in this tavern, you look most hireable.
Yes.
It's not really exciting work, I'm not going to lie to you.
Where, pray tell, do you need an escort to, friend?
Well, you see, how rude of me. My name is Yalastor. I am the Earl of Solaria. And he says that. You guys all know that Solaria is pretty far away, and it's a big frickin' fiefdom, and this guy does not look like he's dressed in any kind of authority at all. I mean, this guy looks like a bum off the street, almost a bum off the street, and he's definitely in worse for wear. So you're questioning the authenticity of what he's saying to you. You see, I have to. Well, I don't have to. I'm choosing to attend the inauguration of Baron Bergwall in Ryle. Solaria and Ryle aren't exactly friends, and, well, I really don't want it to become a big deal that no one from Solaria was represented at his inauguration, so no one really knows that I'm here. And there's these weird political, I don't know, standards where if you come to one of these events, you have to have an escort detail. And because I left Solaria without anybody knowing, I wasn't able to grab 3 of my guards to come with me, nor do I think that would be proper to pull people. And anyway, I'm offering gold. Would you like to come to me to a fucking party?
Yes.
We might take you and help you out there, but I'm not much of a partying type, to be honest with you.
I'm absolutely a partying type. I am ready.
That's okay. That's fine. I wouldn't expect you to be having the time of your life or anything like that. It's just a I don't know, formality that he has people there to congratulate him on his fucking accomplishment of being the next guy that's alive after the last guy died.
I mean, yeah. Oh, we'll do it.
I mean, sometimes that's just how things go around here, but I don't really see anything too bad about that as long as everyone's happy.
Oh, yes. Happy everyone. That's what these parties are all about. Whether it's genuine or not.
Little cloud chasing, huh?
Well, that's for another night. Bartender, do you have any empty rooms here? The bartender nods to him. And are these 3 staying in the commons? He nods again. That's changing. Give each of these people a room and feed them in the morning. And as for you 3, I will see you outside, ready to go to Ryle, so long as this hangover doesn't last that long.
Is there a preferred attire? Because I don't know if we'll have it.
Well, I'm sure what I'm wearing is fine.
Yeah, you trust me. It's really not gonna matter in the long run. Anyway, I've got gold for you. I'll give it to you in the morning once we're on our way. And I've got more once we get back here and the formalities are all done and we can forget about all of this. I bid you all
a
good evening, and I'll see you in the morning. And he stands up. He takes the mug that the bartender just delivered to you guys, and there's 3 mugs now in front of you all. He bought you guys a round of drinks, and Yalastor just pours the new drink that he just got into the cup in the middle again, throws the mug at the bartender, and then walks away.
I run and chase after the mug, and I bring it back to the table.
No, Sherman, it's not fetch.
Oh my! Is it really in your mouth? Oh God! Now I gotta wipe this thing down. The bartender takes it out of your mouth.
Not like you have much else to do.
Sorry, it's a force of habit, and I've really been trying to work on that, but I just think it's ingrained in me.
That's okay. I am a barkeep, so all I actually do is stand back here and clean mugs.
All right, so Sherman is going to holler after the gentleman and tell him to make sure when you go to sleep, you sleep on your side, sir.
He just kind of raises a hand.
Wouldn't want anything bad happening to you.
He raises a hand as he walks away from you, just kind of, acknowledging that he hears you.
I look at Timothy, I'm like, he must be an expert at this.
Yes, I believe so. Can you believe 3 drinks? Well, I guess 4 drinks now. We're 4 drinks richer.
I held my mug up to cheers them.
The barkeep walks over to your table as you guys are, clanking your mugs together, and he puts down keys to 3 individual rooms.
Thank you, kind sir.
He just nods and says, well, you should thank your new patron. And he walks away.
I can't believe we're getting our own rooms.
This is gonna be so sweet.
When was the last time we even had a room?
Just like a blanket under the stars every single night until we got to this place.
4 or 5 weeks ago. It's been a lot more of an outdoorsy type of time here lately, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, normally I don't mind, but these are quite the accommodations.
This is the lap of luxury here.
Did you hear? We're taking him to a party. I wonder. And Timothy starts tuning his guitar. I wonder if they'll need someone to play.
Ooh.
Oh, that would be absolutely wonderful if that was the case. You should definitely try to approach them about it when we get there. Maybe we can do 2 jobs instead of 1. And Flowerkraut, you could bump some elbows with some bigwigs and maybe be a little flower clout, if you know what I mean. Maybe help us get a couple more contacts. Good contacts, of course. Not like people that smell like they're not nice or anything like that.
Can do, Sherman. Yes, that's a great idea. I can dress up for the occasion.
Okay, so you guys enjoy your drinks. And is there anything you're doing before heading off to your very fancy individual hotel rooms?
No. I'm ready to go bounce on my bed a little bit and then get an actual good night's sleep.
I say fancy, but I mean it is fancy for what
for
you
us.
guys have been. That's
Yeah.
right. You get into your rooms.
Fancy for a place that's called the Cracked Barrel.
The Cracked Halfton Barrel. So yeah, these accommodations are mediocre, but man, is it nice to sleep on an actual bed for once in the last few weeks. And you guys all
Luxury.
retire for the evening. And in the morning, the sweet smell of meat pies and morning ale, as we like to call it, is wafting in from the tavern floor. And you guys head out, and the innkeeper's got everything set up for you guys to have breakfast.
Oh my goodness. I have never seen something so beautiful in all my life.
So you guys sit down and begin just devouring this delicious breakfast, and after having such a wonderfully relaxing night where your back didn't kill you and the bugs didn't eat you alive, and having a full belly in the morning, each of you guys get 5 temporary hit points for the day.
Ooh.
Ooh la la.
It took me a while to get to sleep because I had to pull all of the blankets into the middle, and then I turned around in a circle 4 or 5 times before I finally got comfortable.
That's right.
After that, it was quite comfy.
I have a question for you, Aaron.
Yeah.
So, disguise self, I can do that at will. How long does that last? 1 hour?
I think so.
Okay. So I should save that for the party then and not just already be dressed to the nines and
But because you can cast that spell at will, it doesn't take. I mean, essentially, it becomes a cantrip for you rather than a level 1 spell that it would for anybody else. You can keep casting it on yourself over and over again if you want to. Like, there's nothing that stops Flowerkraut from just changing who you look like at all times.
Oh my god. Okay. I come out looking totally hot.
Awesome.
I come out of the bedroom looking hot and grab a breakfast ale and a meat pie.
I see you got your beauty sleep, Flowerkraut.
I absolutely did. I'm curious if this should still be my voice or if I should have a very nice, beautiful voice.
See, I love that. That's we never actually got a chance in Proto 1 for Flowerkraut to be like the sexy beach babe, so
Okay.
I think it's really awesome that if she changes her voice too.
Good morning, boys.
Although that would be hilarious though if you walk up to someone's like, "Oh, hello there," and you're like, "Hello, my name is Flowerkraut."
I mean, they're definitely.
I'm assuming Sherman and I are used to this. Like, we've seen this
for sure.
before, right? Yeah.
For
Hell
sure,
yeah.
for sure.
You know what? I'll just save that for when I need to. I'll do.
She
I'll do
just
sexy
changes her
voice.
face.
How the hell are ya?
Yeah, just her face reverts back for a second. Oh my god! Okay, so you guys are...
While we're eating, I'm sorry, but while we're eating breakfast, Timothy notices some eggs on a plate and considers it heavily and then says, no, it just wouldn't be right, and pushes it away.
Oh my goodness. So
I definitely had a neighbor that fed her pet parrot chicken, so...
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. So you guys are enjoying this breakfast and hanging out, and at some point, Yalistor comes stumbling out of his room, and he's... Oh my gosh, the guy looks like he's in absolute pain. He's holding his head, and he just kind of... And he doesn't say a word to any of you guys. He doesn't even notice that you look different, Flowerkraut. He just, like, puts a hand up in the air, like, give me a minute, and then he walks out of the tavern.
Yalistor, there's a wonderful breakfast here that you provide. Oh, nope, he's already gone. Okay. Well,
maybe this is making him nauseous.
you know, that's probably that's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
Sherman goes to the bartender. I'm like, excuse me, do you happen to have just a hearty gravy by chance? A really good gravy would do. I think that would do that man some good today.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could just scrape the bottom of the barrel and throw that on some food for him. That's got some thickness to it.
Just no eggs for him.
Oh, my mouth just waters.
He goes in the back,
know what?
and he comes back out with just a plate with glop on it. Here you go. Is this what you're looking for?
Oh, that'll do nicely. And I run out chasing after the gentleman, Yalistor. Excuse me, I feel like if you eat this, you'll feel so much better.
He turns, looks at it.
Oh God.
And then the Flowerkraut, you and Timothy can hear from his.
I think he liked it. No, I think he enjoyed it
Sherman.
thoroughly.
You know what? I think around you guys, I'm gonna have the normal Flowerkraut voice. So, I think Sherman has the wrong idea of what is appetizing after a hangover.
Oh, that's awfully kind of you, sir. But I've already eaten.
Oh no! Don't eat the throw up! Oh my god!
No,
I run outside and grab Sherman by the scruff so he doesn't eat the throw up.
I promise I've sworn off the stuff.
Yalistor actually looks up at you as you're like being dragged back into the tavern. He goes, "Oh, wow. Yeah, actually, I kind of feel better already." And he turns around and he keeps walking
Oh, that
away.
did the trick.
Oh, well, I guess I'll have this gravy then. They start, like, just lapping it up out of the bowl. Slop, 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 slop.
Does Sherman get -5 hit points for that?
You lose your temporary hit points
Eating
immediately.
disgusting gravies.
Don, what are you talking about? It's so good.
It's delicious.
You know what? He is a dog.
My 1/3 of your taste buds thinks it's absolutely amazing.
Okay, so wait, does he like not remember anything he told us last night? Or should we chase him down?
Well, I guess the job's the job, right? We're supposed to,
Meet him outside?
Yeah.
We're escorts. Well, I mean, that seems a little suggestive, but we're accompanying him to an event.
He definitely gestured to you guys, to the like he just needed a minute. So he acknowledged that he knows what's going on, but he did walk away. So, and last night he said specifically, "I'll meet you outside." So,
Well, then I'm gonna
that's
enjoy
fair.
this morning ale a little bit longer.
all right, you guys finish your breakfast and finish your ale, and are looking forward to a low stress job that's gonna apparently pay very well. And you hear
totally won't require 5 extra hit points.
absolutely not. That's just in case.
I'm so full, I have extra hit points. You ever get that feeling where your stomach's just so full, you feel like there's a little bit extra in there?
Like if somebody punched you in the stomach, it wouldn't hurt. It would just take, I don't know, some food away from your stomach.
Just a little extra padding. I feel like I have a little more fluff to my feathers today.
Well, I mean, I definitely feel like this chainmail's a little tight today. But maybe that's a good thing.
you all hear a carriage pull up in front of the cracked half and barrel. And you look out the window and you can see Yellowstore is sitting on what appears to be a rented carriage with a couple horses attached to it.
What? We're not even gonna have to walk there. This is the best job ever.
This guy's got the hookup. Let's get out there.
Okay, so I'm definitely eager to walk up, but before I enter or ask to enter the carriage, I'm gonna go ahead and look over at the horses and be like, "How are you guys doing this morning?" As I cast Speak with Animals at will.
Aww.
Doing just great. How are you doing?
Oh, can't complain. I mean, I guess I could, but that wouldn't be nice of me, would it?
Oh, are you a Canadian dog? You're so cute.
No, I think that's just my default. Like, my default persona is, like, extra polite.
Canadian is just the way for a dog to be.
Well, especially like a paladin, like a super nice, lawful paladin, totally Canadian.
Oh my gosh. Like everything about this is perfection for you.
Well, I guess we're going the same direction. So let's all wish for nice, safe travels. And if I see any apples or hay, I'll be sure to stop by and hand them out over to you.
Oh, that'd be great. We both have a full belly of hay already this morning.
All right, I'll try to find some sugar cubes.
I lean over to Flowerkraut and I whisper,
I bet 1 coin at some point he leans his head out of the carriage window and sticks his tongue out.
Oh my god. Why didn't I say that? Okay.
Yallister jumps off of the carriage and he's still kind of holding his head with one hand. He goes, "Oh, good. Hello. Good morning. Whatever.
Yes, good morning. Sir, do you require any sort of healing? I mean, I do have a cure wounds I could do on you if you think that would bring you some comfort on this journey."
If it removes alcohol from my bloodstream, then maybe.
Anyway. I've never had to do that before, but I did hear a vicious vomiting. Perhaps that did the trick, but I've got that cure wounds on standby if you ever need it, sir.
I much appreciated. I'm sorry. You know what? I was rude last night, and I apologize. I did not get your names.
My name is Flowerkraut. Pleasure to meet you. I hold out my hand.
He like stares at you, and he's like squinting, and he goes, "This is the first time that the alcohol has had the opposite effect for me." And he takes your hand and kisses it, and he goes, a pleasure, Flowerkraut." And he reaches his hand out.
You can call me Flower if you'd like to.
Yes, Flower, a pleasure. And you are, and he holds his hand out to you, Timothy.
Ah, yes, my name is Timothy Biscuit. Pleasure.
Pleasure. And your dog friend, hello, the one who offered me slop this morning, but actually helped me out quite a bit. What is your name?
Hi, I go ahead and try to reach to shake his hand, but I also go to lick his hand because I think that's the custom because he kissed Flowerkraut's hand.
That's fair.
So
That's fair. That's fair.
Nice to meet you. I guess as they say in the land of your people, and I just lick his hand.
Yes. Well.
Oh, you
yes.
Taste a little salty, bud. Did you wash your hands earlier?
No, that's just my morning taste.
Gross.
He knows he tastes this way every morning.
Is anyone good with animals? I think you were you talking to the horses just a second ago?
Oh yeah, of course. There is two horses. Is there 2 horses? How many horses?
There's 2 horses, yeah.
Okay. I'm like, that's me. I'm like,
Is anyone good with animals? He asks 3 people, where 2 of which are animal people, and 1 is best friends with these animal people.
oh yeah, I mean, I guess I'm about as good with them as they are with me.
Oh, very, very, very good. Sherman, I volunteer you to sit up front and drive. And Yallister turns around and he gets into the carriage.
I'd love to. As I hop into the front.
Oh, that was something on his bucket list. I'm happy to see him happy.
Oh, they never let me do this back at the academy.
Wait, does this mean I win the bet because he's not sticking his head out of the window?
I mean, the wole thing is a window technically. We have to wait to see if his tongue gets shot out at any point. That's
well, that's
the deal.
A guarantee at that.
So, Sherman, you jump up, you take the reins, and you're sitting in the driver's seat. Yalister's sitting in the carriage. Where are Flower and Timothy sitting?
Okay, well, trying to make sure our client is very happy with our service, I decide to sit right next to him. May I take this seat, please?
Oh, yes, please do. And he's just got like his head leaning up against the window on the far side of the carriage.
Is there a place for which I could sit on top of the carriage?
Yes.
I shall do that.
You could sit on the very top. So you're sitting basically behind Sherman.
Yes.
But on top of the carriage.
Yes, as I pull out my guitar, start tuning it, and start playing a little travel song for us to listen to.
Oh, that's amazing.
Aww.
Okay, so you guys head out, and Yalister gives you some very brief directions on where to head, Sherman. So I need you to make an initial animal handling check.
All right, let's take a look at how that is. Well, let's roll normal dice for this. That's not great. That's a 5.
Can I, seeing as I have kind of a vantage point right now, see what he's about to do and give him a help action and just kind of be like,
I'm gonna give him advantage because he currently has Speak with Animals active. So you're not just trying to steer these horses; you're asking them to just go. So go ahead and roll it one more time.
I'm just gonna talk to him.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, "Oh, hey, I'm so sorry. I guess I'm gonna be your co-pilot here on this one. I didn't quite catch your names though."
Oh, I'm horse 1, and I'm horse 2.
That's unfortunate.
All right, Horace. It's Horace 1 and 2. I guess your mother really liked that name.
Oh no, it's not horse. It's horse.
Okay, Horace.
Okay. Roll another animal handling check.
Sherman, I don't mean to pry into your process here, but what's going on exactly?
Oh, just a little naysaying with my pals.
Oh my god.
Very good.
That's a 6.
Naysaying.
They never let me do this at the academy. So, like, what do I just shake them and you go, or?
Yeah,
Let's go,
just
buddy.
give it a good shake there.
Oh, I give it a good shake.
All right, roll animal handling one more time.
Okay.
Roll for shake.
That's a 7.
Oh my goodness. So we haven't left yet.
I'm not feeling anything back there, Mr. Dog.
All right. Is there any way I'm gonna just I'm gonna stop playing and I'll be like,
Yeah.
Sherman, you need some help there, friend?
So I'm just gonna get him started. I'm gonna hop off with the reins and just start walking forward. I'm like, I think we're going this way. Like I'm the lead horse in this situation.
Well, this is awkward. And they start trotting forward a little bit.
It's like, all right, let's just keep on doing this. I'm gonna climb back in now.
Okay. They start moving. You climb back up onto it, and they're like, all you need to do is just give it a good shake.
You're embarrassing the horses.
This usually never happens.
Yalister's rubbing his
now you're
face.
shaming the horses for not getting it right.
I'm playing extra loud to just try and distract Yalister right now. Be like, Flowerkraut, just keep him occupied, whatever you do.
God. This is like in the bed stuff. This usually never happens.
I've never heard horses
It's gotta be you guys.
I've never heard horses so talkative in my life. What is going on up there? Because, like, to you, Flower, and to Timothy, you guys are just hearing, like the horses just keep on yelling back at Sherman, and Sherman keeps yelling back at them, and they're just having this conversation. But you guys are trotting along, and not much of a canter, but you're trotting along, and the horse keeps on telling you to whip it a little bit harder because they're not really sure what that means when you just so lightly flick that reins. But
Sherman's just too polite.
He's way
There's
too polite.
innuendo abound in this. Whip it just a little bit harder. They're not used to being flicked so light.
Do it, Sherman. Do it. Whip me harder, Sherman. Oh my God. Hurt me.
I can't even speak with animals, and I can tell something weird is happening right now.
So, all right. Can I just try to persuade them to go if they know where it is?
They have no idea where it is, but Yalistor is giving you like vague directions. Like, you guys trot for about an hour, and then he sticks his head out and goes, "Take a right on the next crossroads," and then he goes back into the carriage and just rubs his forehead again. And he looks to you, Flower, and he says, I think this is finally going away. I should have got some coffee while we were at the tavern. Leans back in his chair. Perhaps both of us should have got some coffee from the tavern this morning.
I completely agree. I went straight for the breakfast ale, if I'm being honest with you.
Oh, yeah, breakfast ale. That would have been good, too. I could have kept this buzz going all morning.
Hello there. Should we? I literally, my head is upside down, like peering through the window. Well, we could go through a drive-through and get some coffee if that's what you'd like. I'm sure we have plenty of time to get there, right?
Oh.
Do they have a ye olde Dutch? A ye old Dutchy?
The Dutchery sisters? Yes, around the corner.
Hut.
The Dutchman.
Oh, the Flying Dutchman.
The Flying Dutchman. Yes.
It's fun. It's like the outdoors themed like a boat, but it's on land. It's quaint. I love it.
Coffee and boats. I always associate those two things together.
Yeah, I mean, it makes as much sense as a windmill.
Right.
What say you, Yellowstar? You think we want to get some of the Flying Dutchmen? Or are we behind schedule?
No, I am in no hurry at all to get to this thing. Please, if you know what?
We're making good time.
The crossroads up ahead will be turning north here, but let's go ahead and make a quick stop. And so you guys pull up to this. It's exactly what you would think it is. It's a crossroads, so there's a couple like caravans that stop there that sell goods. As other as other caravans or merchants are passing through. A lot of tinkerers trade things here, and you guys pull up and just kind of pull off to the side. Sherman, you have to persuade the horses just to stop because you're just not pulling on the reins hard enough. Oh, did you? Yeah. Are you sure you want to stop here? I'm not getting the right signs from you, dog man.
Hey, what if I told you, whoa?
Oh, that works. Whoa. They stop.
Oh my God.
This is so cute.
Flower, would you be sweet and go see if they've got coffee out there somewhere?
Yeah, something in particular float your boat?
Double mocha frappuccino.
What the hell is that?
Not what I expect from this guy. I thought you were the type of man to say, just tell me black, but I like a man who knows what he wants. And I saunter out of the carriage.
Okay. So yeah, there's a couple caravans set up, and they look like they're just tradesmen with crates of just junk everywhere. I mean, there's one that's got produce set up, and then there's one that has a bunch of like tinkerers gear, and they've got spare parts for wagons that are broken down, or basically anything to help people along the road. And that's the only two wagons that are sitting at this particular crossroads.
I go over to Sherman, by the way. I'm like, what was going on with those horses? Oh, I mean, what was going on? Sorry, it's really hard to keep up with the song.
It's okay. You smell the same either way. I know who you are.
Okay, good. All right. Okay, what was going on with the horses? It seemed like a lot of commotion happening.
Oh, they're two upstanding guys. They were upstanding a little too long for my taste, and I just couldn't. There was a bit of a failure in communication. I think their Pavlov syndrome's a little bit different than mine, where I wasn't quite getting them the right cues or commands to do what they thought I wanted them to do. So it just didn't go as well as it could have. But hey, maybe next time it'll go better.
Just imagine them as
farts.
the type of dog. Wait, what'd you say?
I said horse 2 farts.
Now that's no language I understand.
Just think of them as a couple dogs that just like commands way more than you.
I feel like I should be insulted, but I'm not.
Far too polite to be insulted.
I was going to say, should I do perception check for the Flying Dutchman?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll a perception check.
Also, did Yellister like slip me some moolah? Because I'm still broke as hell.
Yes, he would have definitely tossed you a couple gold coins to go grab some coffee.
Happy to like, throw them at me.
If they have it, could you get me just some some whipping cream frothed up in a cup? Oh, that's just the best.
I'll see if they have it. Okay, but yeah, so I'm rolling a perception check.
Yes.
Quick.
Yallister sticks his head out of the window and he kind of looks at, hey, Timothy, hey, you. Yeah,
Yes,
up there.
Alistair. What can I do for you? Do you want me to change the tune? Do you need me to change the channel? Is this song not to your liking?
No. It's quite nice actually. I've really appreciated that. You know what? Here, he hands you a gold coin. I have another question for you.
Yes.
Is Sherman really up to the task of driving? I mean, would you be more comfortable sitting up there, or is this normal?
You know, Sherman's the goodest boy, and he's doing the best job he can, but I will keep a watchful eye out and assist where I can.
That would be wonderful. Thank you so much. Do appreciate your help in this effort. And he sits back down.
I got 12 on my perception chip.
A 12?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it looks like your options are a cart that sells consumable food or a cart that sells metal trinkets. So you make the most obvious choice. You head over to the produce cart and you kind of spy around looking for something that looks, I don't know, liquid that they're selling.
Liquid.
You don't see anything besides, vegetables and fruit on this guy's cart, and he looks over.
Oh, ma'am, what can I do for you?
Hi there. I don't suppose you sell coffee here, do you? Or know where a gal could find some coffee?
Oh, perhaps I do. I tend not to put it out on the cart because it tends to go fast, and, I like to keep a little for myself, if you know what I mean.
And he turns around and he goes back into his cart and he comes out with a bag of uncrushed, just straight up coffee beans, and he places them on the counter.
Oh, would this be what you're looking for, ma'am?
It would. Do you happen to have the means for preparing a cup? All I need is just one cup to go. Oh, and I don't suppose you have any frothy white edible stuff that my good boy companion would enjoy?
That
comes out really wrong.
He just stares at you like,
Oh no!
Please, Janelle, please don't get me jizz in a cup.
Frothy, you say?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He turns around. You see him walk over and he
It's
grabs.
not for me, it's for my friend.
He grabs this like eggplant-looking vegetable and he snaps it in half and squeezes it into a cup, and it just oozes this white froth. And he goes, maybe this. And he turns around and puts the cup in front of you.
Perfect.
It smells disgusting, by the way.
I mean, Sherman went to town on some goo on a plate, so I'm sure this will be perfect for him. Thank you.
Sure. Let me see.
And he grabs a hammer out from underneath and he opens up the bag of beans and he just goes, whack! And he just crushes the beans right there on the counter.
Okay, and a little bit of water. Here we go.
He just shoves all of the bean dust into a cup, fills it up with water, sticks a spoon in there, mixes it around, then puts it down in front of you.
How about that, ma'am?
Perfect. Yes, thank you.
That'll
I
be,
give him...
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna give him the money that Yalister gave me.
Okay, so you put 2 gold coins down. That's all he gave you, and he looks down and he goes,
very generous of you, ma'am.
and he takes the gold coins and he kind of bows to you, trying to be as suave as possible, but this guy's failing horribly.
I try to make him feel good about it.
Go ahead and roll me a
Charisma?
what would it be? Yeah, just a straight up charisma would be great. Just a straight up
Okay.
d20 plus whatever your charisma bonus is.
My charisma is the highest thing on my chart. But I got a 4 plus the 3, so...
So you got this very awkward exchange between you and this merchant. He's like trying to be suave, but you can tell this guy's a big loser.
So I slip into the Flowerkraut voice. Thank you very much.
And he's just kind of,
Okay, this is quite the awkward silence. A good day to you, ma'am.
and you you grab your cups and turn back towards the carriage.
Perfect. Nailed it.
All right, so you get back and you drop off the drinks.
Yes, I stop at Sherman first. All right, he did something and it looks frothy and white, so hopefully it's delicious. And I pass it to him.
What is that smell?
I
Oh,
would like to perceive if this is something that I believe is edible.
Go ahead.
And this is going to be the first time I'm using this, but as my dog, I'm using my animal senses. I have advantage on wisdom perception checks that involve smell. So
Okay.
I'm going to roll with advantage. Glad I am. Oh, that the advantage one is the first nat 20 of the day.
Oh my god.
So,
Nat 20.
Aaron, should Sherman drink this?
Sherman is getting very curious what it tastes like. Okay, so you're a dog. So what smells disgusting to everyone else doesn't exactly smell gross to you. It's getting to your curiosity as to what exactly this is. You're not even sure, but hey, she brought back
this
something
definitely
frothy and
doesn't
white.
smell like milk. But so I take the cup and I'm like, thank you so much. I mean, I really appreciate it. I've been talking to these horses, just trying to build a rapport, because I feel like that's really going to help us in the rest of the journey. Please don't look at me. And then I go and
Okay, so Sherman, you know how you've been trying to break that really bad habit?
Of
that bad habit
of chasing things?
No, not that one. The bad habit of eating vomit.
Oh God.
Oh, gross.
Well, you're kind of relapsing because man, it tastes just like it.
Oh man, this is like that. This is like that vegan vomit. It's so good.
Okay, yeah. You just can't seem to stop yourself. It's strangely, it's like opening up a can of Pringles,
God,
man.
it's like chewing Nicorette or something. I swear.
I whisper to Mr. Biscuits, "Dear God, what have I done?"
I don't know, but I can smell it, and then I can hear his descriptors for it, and I'm just trying to play louder, but I can't. There's nothing I can do to play loud enough. I can still hear him.
Oh, dear God, I hope that's not the. I hope that's not my coffee I smell.
Oh, that's good. Oh, you know it's good if you gag right after you drink it.
You know it's good. I like how this is going nowhere. We're just like we're just digging around so much.
All right, so you also, I'm guessing, bring the coffee to Yalistor.
You've guessed correctly. Yes, I do in fact bring the cup of coffee to Yalistor.
As you open the carriage, he's just like, "Oh, thank God, that smells a lot better than whatever the hell you just handed to Sherman."
I do have to warn you, he did not have mocha. There was no Flying Dutchman out there. It was meager offerings, I'm afraid. I hope this will do.
He takes the cup from you, looks at it, and he goes, "Oh, this will do just fine." And he pulls another cup out and places it on the floor of the carriage. And he takes his cloak and he wraps it over the top of the cup and just holds the cup upside down and filters all the water through his cloak into the cup below. And then, dusts off his cloak, throws the cup out the window, and then starts drinking the coffee. And he's like, "Oh, beggars can't be choosers. It's wonderful, Flower. Thank you so much. Thank you." And he just sits back and sips it.
I admit I like an innovative man.
All right, so you guys turn at this crossroads and head north after.
Is Timothy Biscuit taking over the carriage?
Do you want me to roll animal handling again?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Now, can you cast Speak with Animals as at will, or did you have to use a spell slot for that?
Oh no, it's at will because I'm a dog.
Okay, so dogs can just talk to animals. All right.
Yes, it's animal heritage.
Okay. Go ahead and roll animal handling.
All right.
And Timothy, if you do want to provide assistance, you sure hell can.
I want to see how this plays out first.
So, I can't make this up. The first roll was 5. The second roll was 6. The third roll was 7. And this one is 8. So things are getting better.
Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you,
Baby
you're
steps.
just not pulling hard enough, dog.
Sherman, perhaps the fact that you can communicate with them is perhaps what's blocking you here. Here, let me give this a shot.
Yeah, if you hold these and shake them around.
Here we go.
They keep saying shake them. You just gotta shake them around.
That's a 17.
And just like that. Trot.
Here,
How pleased is Yellowstar right now?
my pride's a little damaged, but I'm like, oh hey, maybe you could do this and I can play the guitar.
Yallister just nods his head in solidarity and good. Yes.
Sherman, I think I just needed to help you get a little kickstart. I think you can take it from here. I trust you fully.
Oh well, okay then.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Trot.
Why does that horse keep looking at me?
He's so into it.
He's
Sherman, what's he saying?
he's saying,
Hurt me, dog! Hurt me!
he's saying, please provide proper guidance, and we will follow your command.
Oh, it's so nice that they're so polite about it.
Like, Sherman cringes because he's really not supposed to lie, but it's for the greater good in this case, I have a feeling.
Okay.
I am in actual tears right now. Oh my god.
These kinky horses.
So you guys trot north away from these crossroads, and you had left Canaan, which was more of like a rocky, mountainous region. That was where the cracked haft and barrel was, into more of plains where the crossroads were, and then you headed north towards Ryle, Risle, Ryle. And that is the fiefdom that Baron Berghall has, inherited after the previous Baron passed away in the King's War. And as Yalister has drank his coffee and kind of regained some semblance of self, he's been chatting with you guys during this little jaunt into Ryle and explained that, as you guys know, the fiefdoms of the land are inherited down to, when in rank if someone dies, but that typically ends up, he talks about how it just seems a silly system, because the person who is in charge ends up having to go to war for the king, and then eventually they just die and the next person becomes the baron or the lord or the earl or whatever. And so he says that these inaugurations, these formalities to bring somebody up into power, always are just so silly and short-lived, and he seems very sarcastic about the whole thing. And as you guys travel into Ryle, you notice that it goes from being more of a plains to like a swamp, like a marsh. The road is still very much solid, and the carriage is not having a problem, but like it's almost like kind of Everglades looking out beyond, and soon it starts to get quite dark because there's enough like trees and just cloud cover in this area that you are really entering into more of a swampland than anything else. And after about a couple hours of trotting along and chatting about the ridiculousness of being royalty or having any kind of authority in the lands, you guys see out in the distance that you're approaching a settlement that is built kind of in the trees of the swamp, but then there's this humongous mound of like rock and that juts out from the swamp, and up atop of it is this manor that's built, actually quite impressively built for being in the middle of a swamp. But then you can see that the village of Ryle, or the barony around it, is more of shacks and houses built into trees and stuff like that. And you see that the primary residents of this village are bullywugs. So you've got a bunch of frog people walking around.
Aww.
Yalister points where to go, and you circle around this rock that's jutting out from the center of the settlement, and it takes you up a ramp, and you eventually bring the carriage around to the front of the barony. And the gates open up, and you see these two bullywug guards. They talk to Yalister just for a second, and they open the gates. You guys pull the carriage in, and you see that there's a number of other carriages or horses or some kind of transportation animals in this big courtyard that are already there. And so you can see that there's lots of party goers that have already arrived prior to you guys getting there. You pull up, and Yalister hops out of the carriage with Flower, and he goes, "Oh, well, then, shall we get this party started, my friends?"
If we have to.
Yes, we shall.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. This way. And you guys head into the barony. You are greeted by not a bullywug, as you guys are approaching what you assume to be kind of like a reception hall. You had seen bullywugs walking around, but in front of you is a grung. A grung is, for anyone who doesn't know, is more of a forest frog, but personified. So if a bullywug is like a tree frog. If a bullywug is like a toad that's been personified, a tree frog is more of like a grung would be.
Ew.
And this grung, he's got, he's very slick. He's got like green and yellow colors to him. He's also wearing a full set of plate mail armor that is perfectly fit to a grung, and he has a long sword over his back, and he's standing there at a podium, and he goes, "Oh, hello. My name is Sir Gegleruk. I am Baron Bergwall's esteemed knight. I'm so happy to see you. I'm sorry, what was your name and your entourage here?"
I love this guy.
Earl Yalistor of Solaria. Oh, yes, I have you right here, Earl Yalistor. Please allow me to present you. And he turns around and he walks down these steps. Now announcing Earl Yalistor of Solaria and his entourage.
Oh my gosh, guys, we're an entourage. I feel so official.
Oh, I've never been one of these before. Do we get to walk in slow motion to the crowd?
Oh, we should do that.
We're brushing elbows with the fancy tonight, boys.
You guys look, and Yalistor just hates this. Like, his face is just like, oh. He puts his hand up and does the royal wave to a couple people, and he's just like, yes, whatever. You guys walk through you see people all around this reception hall turning their heads. Some of them only briefly look at you, and then they go back to their conversations. And you notice that there is people of all sorts of races standing around. You see Tabaxi over in the corner talking amongst themselves. You see halflings. You see some lizard folk that are there that look like they are certainly, and everyone's dressed differently. So you guys definitely don't feel too uncomfortable in the fact that you're just wearing like your adventurer garbs.
Oh, but before we left, I used my costuming and disguise kit to put on fake jewelry and nicer clothes. They're not real. If anyone looked hard enough, you're going to notice it's not real, but I just really wanted to feel nice.
Oh, fantastic. So Timothy is just glowing.
This is my good scarf.
I think disguise self, does that allow you to change what you're wearing too, I think? So if like
disguise kit, like hair dye, small props, lets you create disguises that change your physical appearance. Proficiency with this kit lets you add a proficiency bonus to ability checks to create a visual disguise, but I just did it to feel a little bit fancier than normal.
Okay, so that's perfect. And then also, Flowerkraut, you using the disguise self spell, it says you make yourself, including your clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person, look different until the spell ends. Ooh. So she can look as radiant as she wants to look whenever you're using that spell.
Flowerkraut does not want to outshine her host, but she does want to catch the gaze of enough people in case there are some more prospective clients that can hire us. So a modest dress, but with a little flashy touch here and there.
Nice. Are you flashing your gills at anybody?
Ooh.
Being the aquatic half elf.
Ooh, gill flashing.
I never pictured that until right now.
So Yalistor's not wearing anything like he's not in rags. He's just wearing like a normal traveling garb. And he doesn't seem to give two shits what he looks like in here. So he walks in and he looks around the room and he goes, "Okay, here's the deal." He turns around to the three of you. We're going to walk around. We're going to make chat small conversation. We're going to be on our best behavior. And then we're going to get fed. And then we're going to congratulate Baron Bergwall. And then this should be all over.
Yalister, I just want to tell you, thank you for providing me the best night of what I assume is going to be my life, because this is quite a party.
He just pats you on the head. And he's got this look of just absolute sadness. You're welcome, Timothy. You're welcome.
Sherman's tail is definitely down because this is a lot of people. So it's like, I'm a little uncomfortable.
Okay, that totally makes sense. But you see that Yalister is definitely the one who's kind of like leading the charge here, and so he takes you guys along through the reception hall. You see that there are like tables set up with refreshments and appetizers and stuff like that. Stuff that honestly, maybe Sherman thinks it looks pretty tasty, and maybe even Timothy does, depending on your choices. But you see basically a lot of bullywug frog food sitting on those tables, and definitely a couple of the guests are shying away from them. The first set of people you walk up to are these two halflings that look almost exactly the same. And they are standing there with their quote-unquote entourage. It seems that everyone has got this, escort detail with them, which consists of 3 guards, basically. Yalister's the only one in here who has people with him that don't seem to be from the same, kingdom or the fiefdom that he's from. Because as you walk up to these halflings, they turn around and he goes, hello, Nettle Pashas.
Oh, hello, Yalister.
Hello, Yalister. He turns to the 3 of you. May I present to you Candace and Colin Nettleposh.
Yes, we are the twin halfling rulers of the half-mile fiefdom. We honestly didn't think you'd show up to this, Yalister.
Well, that's so kind of you to think so highly of me.
Anyway, it's so nice to see you. Are you here with people from Solaria?
Oh, no, this is Sherman Gepherd, Flowerkraut, and Timothy Biscuit there.
Hello.
Dear friends of mine, yes, dear friends of mine.
Yes, longtime friends.
I couldn't imagine my life without him.
When he hears that, Sherman's tail starts to wag a little bit.
You notice that Candace and Colin are twins, and that it's kind of creepy because they're the kind of twins that finish each other's sentences as they go on talking about the Hartmeyer fiefdom and how proud they are to be here to congratulate and to support Baron Bergwall in all of his endeavors. They are escorted by 3 other halflings that are all wearing bandoliers of daggers, and it seems that daggers seems to be the thing that they just love to do because they're just daggers all over the place. So you guys chat with them for a little bit, but as Yalister seems to get a little bit annoyed at the halflings, he's like, oh, yes, okay, well, good day to you, Nettleposh. And then,
Enjoy your evening,
Goodbye.
Nettleposhes.
Oh, thank you so much. How kind, how kind.
You guys walk away.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
And the next group of people you walk up to is a group of tabaxi. And you see this tabaxi woman turns around and sees Yalister coming, and she just gets this nasty sneer on her face. And then she looks over at Sherman and she immediately goes,
Hi. I'm not familiar with that terminology, but greetings.
My apologies. Hello, Yalister.
thank you for that, Baroness. He turns to you 3 again. This is Baroness Moaz, the ruler of... and he sighs before saying this, and he looks at... He kind of eyes Moaz, and he goes, Frozen sauce.
Frozen sauce?
She just grins,
It's pronounced Throsinsors.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's what I just said.
No, you spoke incorrectly, Yalister.
And she just keeps eyeballing Sherman, and just like, you just see this weird twitch in her eye as she just stares at the dog and then turns back and...
Anyway, Yalister, perhaps we should speak later.
I'm sorry, are you too busy to talk to me during the reception?
Yes, I have business here with,
And she kind of like, gestures to this other human that's standing there. And, my greatest apologies. I'm so sorry, Moaz. I'll talk to you later.
I'm sensing tension.
He just ushers everyone away from her. You notice that the Baroness Moaz, she's also accompanied by her 3 guards, and they all are wearing rapiers. So they've got, they're in uniform, and she's not carrying one herself. She's in like this long silk dress, but that's what seems to be like their cool thing is we're super agile and fast cats.
Some fast cats.
All right, and you guys are still walking around.
I lean into Timothy as we're walking away, and Sherman says, "Now, I mean, I know they were being rude, but I didn't want them to know that I knew that they were being rude, but they were being very rude, and I don't like that."
It's okay that you don't like that because I too saw that they were being rude. Absolutely. You are justified in your perception of their rudeness.
Yeah, but just keep it down in case, you don't want them to hear, because then they'll be really rude later,
Oh, yeah. And they have rapiers, so I don't want to mess with them either way.
I wouldn't want to mess with you either, buddy, and I punch him in the shoulder.
Ow, ow, ooh. Yeah, that was fun.
I fall
You're such a kidder.
I fall into step with Yellowstar. Excuse me, if you don't mind my asking, what are all of these people's problem with you? You seem like a perfectly fine man.
Well, I did mention that Solaria is not exactly on the greatest grounds with Ryle. It's a very long story, but let's just say that it was of my good heart to even show up to this thing, and I may not receive the most warm welcome from everyone here, but I'm really trying my best to keep relations high between my kingdom and this one.
And if you don't mind my asking, what put you in the role to represent Solaria, was it?
The Earl, typically the Lord, the Baron, whatever the highest rank in your kingdom, typically the one who comes to these things. So really it is my responsibility, it's my duty.
I see.
I'm not exactly excited about it, but politics. It's for the best.
It seems like a lot of clout chasers around here, a lot of posturing. I can't imagine.
Let me just tell you that I actually envy the 3 of you. That after all this is said and done, you'll take your coin and you'll be off to the next adventure. Mine is a desk of paperwork when I get back home.
Well, that sounds dreadfully sad, but should you ever enjoy another adventure, you're welcome to join us.
The next time I sneak out of my kingdom, I may take you up on that. You guys hear Sir Gegelruck announce the next person that had walked in. Now announcing Amateur! And you see this group of lizard guys come walking in, more lizard people, and they're not like Dragonborn, they're actually like lizard people, and they're all carrying these battle axes, and they all are wearing very tribal outfits. And they come stomping in, and they're just like looking around, and they seem to have no good mannerisms whatsoever. And Yalister turns and sees them and goes, "Oh God, I didn't think they'd be showing up." You know what? We might actually have one good friend in here. And he turns and ushers you guys over. Heal, heal, heal. He actually says heal. And I want you to make a Sherman. I want you to make a wisdom saving throw right now.
Oh my God. Okay. Fuck. That's 8.
Okay, you you heal. You heal to Yalistor.
Oh my goodness.
He just kind of like looks at you and he
Are
goes,
Timothy and I just like aghast that he would immediately tell Sherman to heal, or assumedly?
well, he looks over at Sherman and he's like, no, I mean him. He points at this like big lizard guy and he goes, his name is Heal. And you like kind of pull yourself up because you had basically scurried forward and got right next to Yalistor like you were prepared for the next command. And then the lizard guy turns, sees Yalistor, starts stomping over there with his group of guys.
Oh, good to see you, Yalistor.
Oh yes, Heal. Might I introduce you to my friends here? This is Heal Amansur.
Flowerkraut, pleased to meet you.
He's actually the leader of the Repilius Conclave. They're not an actual kingdom. They're the surrounding region here in Ryle. What's the best way to explain that to people who don't live here? Heal, would you have any suggestions?
We are of the land. We allow the Ryle to exist.
Yes, I guess we could say that they've left a spot of land here in Ryle for the Repilius Conclave to live. So, Heal, why are you here?
We are here to make peace with the Baron.
Oh, that makes sense. Yes, that makes sense. Do you come to all of these?
Yes.
I did not know that. It's quite courteous of the Conclave to send representatives. You guys chat a little bit more, and perhaps spread out to enjoy the reception for the drinks, maybe some of the snacks. And eventually, from one of the halls steps a bullywug wearing a very, very fancy getup. And he's kind of slim looking for a bullywug. Like a lot of the bullywugs you see being toad people are really kind of like stout and heavy set. This one walks out and everyone turns, and Geggelgruck, the knight who is standing at the door, yells from across the hall, "Everyone, please acknowledge the son of Baron Bergwall, Sebastian Bergwall." And everyone begins to just applaud and, oh, yes, oh, it's the Baron's son, the Baron's son. And he does this flashy, like, spin, and he jumps around, and then he goes, it just seamlessly folds into a bow.
Oh, I like him. He's an actor. He knows how to be fancy, and he puts on a show. He has my vote. I don't know if that's how this whole Baron thing works, but I'm voting for him.
Timothy, you gotta acknowledge him. Hi, Sebastian. Hi. See you over there.
Oh, hello, everyone! Thank you so much for coming to my father's inauguration. I'm so pleased to have all of you here this evening. I hope you are enjoying the beverages, enjoying the refreshments, and very soon you will be enjoying tonight's cuisine.
And he does another twirl and flashy dance, and everyone applauds, and he's just like, thank you.
Sometimes I hate having feathers for hands because I'm clapping so loud, but he can't hear it.
Just silent clapping, but
It's just a rustling of feathers.
it's very energetic, though.
Yes. So, sure enough, he disappears back into the hall, and the doors to the dining hall open up, and everyone is ushered into the next room. There's a long table, and the way it looks to be set up is that the representatives are actually to sit at the table, and the entourages are to basically stand against the walls behind them and provide, the whole like smoke and mirrors of your guards are here to protect you, and we are, just present in the room kind of thing. So there's a seat for Yalister, but then there's space behind his chair for you guys to stand against the wall in the dining hall. And the representatives take their seats. Their guards or entourages or escort detail, whatever they may be, stand behind their representative as dinner is brought out. And it is only at this point that you guys realize that I guess you're not getting fed dinner. Maybe all you get is the appetizers back at the reception hall because Timothy's standing there kind of
I
jittery.
didn't get any hors d'oeuvres. We were talking to people the whole time.
Don't worry. We'll have the gold to buy as many snacks as you want, Timothy.
Oh, we're walking out with a handful, like an unapologetic handful of everything on that table before we leave.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm with you there. I'll help you out.
Sir Gegelruck walks into the room as all of the food is being brought in, and he goes to stand at the head of the table, and there's this big chair at the head of the table, and he goes and stands next to this curtain and goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the Baron Rorak Bergwall!" And he pulls the curtain, and this big bullywug with his big robe and a scepter and everything you can imagine steps out from behind the curtain, and all of the representatives, including Yalister, stand up and they're yes, huzzah, huzzah, yay, Baron Bergwall, yes, He slowly sits down in the big chair at the end of the table, and he goes, "Thank you for coming to the Battle of Roll. I am honored at all of the support and love that you give us here." And everyone's clapping.
My God. Oh my God, Sherman, please cast Speak with Animals.
Yeah, I didn't catch any of that.
I don't think that would help.
You see Sebastian comes into the room, his son, the very fancy,
I love this guy.
charismatic one. And he does a little twirl on his way over to the head table.
Oh, please, everyone, please have your seats. Yes, Father, everyone's here because we all love you. May I present the toast?
And everyone, oh, yes, please do.
Yes, Sebastian, you would do me the greatest honor by presenting the toast.
Oh, there's toast?
Sebastian grabs a cup, and everyone has cups.
Man,
you guys,
I feel so gypped that we're not getting toast.
you guys don't actually get a cup or a mug or anything like that.
We don't
It's
get
just-
a cup or toast? Man, this party's really turning for the worst.
There, Mr. Biscuits.
So Sebastian goes over and stands next to the Baron Bergwall, and they go around with these pitchers of wine, and they start filling up all the cups, and he waits for everyone to have a glass, and he goes,
Look at this congregation, Father. Who knew that someday you'd rise up from our family's humble beginnings and attract the attention of such notable individuals across the land? While the death of our previous Baron saddens my heart, I feel the fate has strange methods to place people where they belong. Let this entitlement reflect upon our own lives, Father. Ryle will rise from what it is to what it can be. To Baron Bergwall, to Ryle!
and then everyone explodes into yes, huzzah, huzzah, Ryle, yes, to the Baron, no, And then the entire room goes completely black. Black that you can't see through. Black that is the pitchest there is. Magical blackness. and you hear scraping, you hear cups getting knocked over, you hear screams, you hear someone falling out of their chair, you hear bangs, and then like a plate, a dish, like it's thrown, and you hear another ow, oh, what the, and then you hear, Gah! And then you hear something hit the wall, people tripping over themselves, and then silence.
Timothy, Flower, get behind me.
Do all three of us have dark vision, by the way?
If you do have dark vision, this kind of darkness is the kind of magical darkness that you would have to have blind sight to see through. Basically, you'd have to have some kind of echolocation.
Oh, don't have that.
Nor do I.
I don't have that. I definitely tried to posture myself in front of Timothy and Flowerkraut, or what I smelt was them, when stuff started going awry.
All of a sudden, the darkness in the room fades, and the room is light once again. Baron Bergwall sits at the head of his table, stunned. And over his lap is Sebastian Bergwall, dead. Bleeding, almost completely, like, not quite dismembered, but he has been ravishly attacked in the darkness.
Oh, shit.
And the Baron looks down.
What is the meaning of this?
And he gets red in the face, and he's...
Sebastian, guards, close the doors.
And you see these bullywugs racing around the room, like frantically, like, you know, people are just like, you see the other representatives standing up and being like, what is this? And the commotion just breaks out into the room. The doors slam shut. The guards like stand in attention in front of the doors. And you see the Baron pull himself up to his feet, and he picks Sebastian up and lays him onto the table in front of him. And you see these big bullywug tears just start streaming out of the Baron's eyes.
Oh my.
This is terrible. What's happened? Who? Something's quite amiss here.
They're gonna pay for taking someone so beautiful from this world.
I think we just got invited to a murder mystery party.
And that is where we will end our episode.